Perfect.
Okay. Good morning, good evening to everyone. I'm Aishwarya Sivakumar, Regional APAC Leader for Viz For Social Good. Welcome everyone. So here we have the India Water Portal team with us to to give us a brief introduction about them and also about their data and what exactly they would need. I think we have our set of volunteers as well with us. So let's get started. Let me share my screen and then I'll just go through the agenda for today and then let's take it up from there. So is everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, we're good.
So today we will be going through what is Viz For Social Good because I can see most of the volunteers are pretty new to this and most of you know about the Viz For Social Good. So we'll just give you a brief introduction about Viz For Social Good and then we'll have our India Water Portal team here and they will be briefing us through what is India Water Portal and what are the challenges they are facing currently and what is that exactly they need from us, and they will just go through the data sets or introduce the data sets for us. And then we'll be moving to the question and answer section. If you guys have any questions, so you can always, the forum will be open for the question and answer session. And then we'll be closing the kickoff today. So before I get into the introduction of Viz For Social Good, I would want, just want to have a quick introduction about all of us who are presented here. Just a very quick intro, like, where are you from, what is your name? That will be easy for us to have a quick warm up for this session. So, Fred, I think you can start. Hello, Fred, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, what did you ask me to do?
Just, I just want you to get introduced yourself. Just a quick intro.
Sorry, so I was looking at the chat. Sorry, my name is Frederick. I'm one of the Viz For Social Good directors. I'm based in Brisbane, Australia, and I'm very pleased to with Ash to launch that new project with India Water Portal. So welcome all. I think that's me. I work in retail in Australia, and I'm originally from France. I've been in Australia for 25 years. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you. And is Vanita? Vanita, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Yeah. Hey, hello everyone. I'm Vanitha. I'm based in Toronto, Canada. So I'm one of the executive directors of Viz For Social Good. And I've been involved with Viz For Social Good for at least 4 years because I really believe that all of us can contribute to society using our data and analytical skills. I currently work for Tableau software and I work with all the Canadian banks. And thank you so much for taking your time and joining us here. Back to you, Aish.
Okay. Kevin, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Kevin Elder, and I've been with Viz For Social Good since 2018, so 4 years also. Working with the university kids, trying to get students involved, make sure that they get an early start in their careers, thinking about Viz For Social Good and trying to use their skills to make a difference in the world. So happy to be here from Louisiana. It's 6:38 a.m. Got to start working on my coffee.
Nice. So do we have anyone else from the Viz For Social Good team here? Sorry if I have missed anyone. It is pretty much bigger number this time. Okay. Over to the India Water Portal team. Shri, would you like to introduce yourself and your team, and we'll get just we'll get started.
Sure. Hi, folks. I'm Srichand. I'm joining from Bangalore, India. I'm part of India Water Portal and Argyam. Argyam is a philanthropy based in India, working on groundwater, and India Water Portal is our site on all things related to water. I work at Argyam managing all things technology and data. Along with me is my colleague Abhishek. I'll let him introduce himself.
Thank you, Srichand. And yeah, an absolute sort of pleasure to talk and meet everyone here. I'm Abhishek, and I work with Srichand at Argyam. However, I am in New Delhi. A large part of the reason why I'm in Delhi is because I look at the government engagement work for Argyam. The programs that it is running, in different parts of the country, and also I can see that some of our sort of colleagues from India Water Portal team too are also on the call, and we work closely with them. They're the ones sort of behind building the knowledge portal that we have and that we've been running for over a decade now. Yeah, I'm excited for this session.
Anyone else from your team?
Let me just look at who all have joined. Okay, we have two of our editors from the India Water Portal who've joined. Arti and Swati. Hi, Swati.
Yeah, hi, Srichand. Hi, everyone. I think my camera isn't working. Yeah, so I am Swati from India Water Portal. Hello.
Yeah. Yes, you are, Swati.
Yeah. So, so I majorly look at the news section of the portal and social media, and yeah, and do other activities as well at the portal.
Awesome. Thank you, Swati.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Darthi, would you
Hi.
like- Yeah.
Hi, I'm Arti, and I'm also one of the team members of the India Water Portal. And basically, I write about issues related to water environment. So actually, I write about the latest research or try and write about voices of people from the ground level, and generally the whatever has been happening in the field. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Welcome, Arti. So I think we can get started with our agenda. So for the people who are new to this Viz For Social Good, the new volunteers, and even for the India Water Portal, just a quick introduction about what is Viz For Social Good is all about. So our vision and mission is to harness the power of data visualization for the social change, which means we talk to the charities and we get their data from them, and we use those data to provide them an impactful data visualizations for them. So basically, this will help them to come up with the decision making in terms of changing their strategies, or how can they improve their performance. A lot of things that is related to the data that can be that can be used using this data visualization. So how did we start this for social good? Tori Singh is our founder of Viz For Social Good. She has started Viz For Social Good during 2016, 2017. And how this basically works. Viz For Social Good, so basically we get the project from the non-profit organizations and collaborate with them and finalize the data sets from them. And then the project would be launched in our website. And then we'll be calling out for the volunteers. So volunteers would come to the Viz For Social Good site, get the data from us or from the website, and then either by independently or as a group. They'll come up with their own visualizations and then post it in our site, or launch it using the Tableau or Power BI or any kind of a data visualization tool. And then we'll be sharing, basically these volunteers will be sharing their work on the social media and submit their final visualizations to us. Once these visualizations get submitted, non-profit organizations will review the submissions and find out the top 5 volunteers from there, and figure out what are all the visualizations that would be really helpful for them. And then these volunteers would be getting an opportunity to showcase their work. So we'll be having a live event for India Water Portal. It is on October 8th. We'll have a live event where these volunteers, selected volunteers, will be showcasing their work, and a winner will be chosen from there. What exactly they will be doing? Various non-profit organizations, they were using these visualizations for annual reports, and they were posting it on social media platforms, embedding it on their website, included in their blogs and press releases, displayed in their boardrooms. And basically, they were even able to take sustainable decisions based on the visualizations we have submitted. What happened in the last 4 years? So we have around 600 volunteers, and then across 55 countries, and almost 924 submissions. And we have launched 41 projects so far, and approached 38 charities for this. So we are growing day by day, and we are trying to help the non-profit organizations to leverage their data and come up with impactful data visualizations and make them understand the power of data visualization, and also help them to come up with their take actions based on the visualizations we have submitted. So that's what exactly we are trying to do here. And these are all the non-profit organizations we have supported so far. This is Next Gen California. We are just highlighting few of them. This is UNICEF, and we were even working with UNDP and Speak Street and Kiran Education and Hidden Genius Project. So these are all a few of the non-profit organizations we have worked so far. And this is our team. These are the board of directors. Chloe Singh, she is our chairman and the founder of Viz For Social Good, and David Pius, who is the executive director, and Monica Lucas. She has now she is with us today, who is the executive director again, and Fred is with us, the director of operations, and a few more people as a board of directors. And we do have a board committee. We are sitting across the globe. I am Aishwarya Sivakumar, PO as an APAC leader. She is my co-leader for APAC. And Candy, Aida, Kevin, who is with us today, Soha, Adrian as well. And the few of the highlights that actually made us proud, which is for the UNICEF, and also these are all few of the visualizations that were submitted for the various non-profit organizations that got highlighted in the social media, and also which they found it really useful for them. So I'm just going through few of these visualizations for your eyes. This is about the childhood obesity in the UK, and so this is gender disparities. So these are all the few of the visualizations that got highlighted and that literally made us feel proud. And we have few more visualizations that got highlighted. This is just a glimpse of it. But how can you get involved in this? You just have to go to the VizForSocialGood.com website, and you have to sign up as a volunteer. And then you have a LinkedIn site as well, Viz For Social Good, and you can follow our Twitter page and just get the data from there, from the project, and visualize the data. So I'll just quickly take you to the website as well. So this is the project that we are going to do, and that is getting kicked off today, which is Artyom, India Water Portal. So you just have to go to the visforsocialgood.com, sign up as a volunteer, and then you just have to sign up as a volunteer, and then go to projects. And you can see all the projects that are all here that we have got earlier. And this time, India Water Portal, that is starting from September 2 and it is ending on September 30th. So you just have to go here. All the details about basically the brief introduction about the India Water Portal, you can see here what exactly they are trying to do and what is their background, and project information about this project, and also the data sets that are available. You just have to click on this data sets or links to get their data and play around with them and come up with the dashboard. So these are all the a few information that you would be needing as a volunteer to come up with a visualization. What is that they are trying to achieve, or what is that they need from us? So they would want to help us solve the problem of lack of awareness and stuff. So basically, this page will give you the detailed information about the project and also what is their need and who are all the audience who is going to use this visualization, and how well you can download the data, and what all the key information about the dates, the start date and end date, and when is it going to go live and stuff. So this is about this for social good. So over to India Water Portal team to get introduced or take it for the next agenda. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you so much. What I'll do is I'll just share my screen. I do have a short sort of between Srichand and myself. We'll cover sort of different aspects. I'll just cover the idea behind these two entities, Argyam and India Water Portal. Set the context, and then Srichand will take up and he will sort of talk about the project, the specifics of the project. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. You guys can see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, once again, good evening, good morning to sort of everyone, and people wherever you are. It's a pleasure to be sort of working on this with all of you guys. I represent Argyam, and Argyam is a non-profit, it's a public charitable foundation started by one of the leading female philanthropists in India, Rohini Nilekani. And the idea was to sort of work on water security. Over the years, when I say years, I mean just about 2 decades. We started as a grant making organization, supporting organizations working on water, but over the years we sort of realized that we sort of tested different sort of strategies of working on water security, and we are now at a point where we are confident about working on different aspects of water security. So when I say water security, I mean access, scarcity, and also quality. And India Water Portal is an initiative, is essentially a portal, a knowledge portal, a website that shares knowledge and builds communities around water and water related issues in India. Just to sort of give you a sense of the water problem in India, and why am I sort of focusing on groundwater is because of course we are working on access and quality as well, but groundwater is key to all of this, is because it is the one of the largest source of water, not just in India but globally, and also how it is also sort of something that is being highly exploited. So just to sort of give you a sense, Asia and Pacific regions are the 7 biggest abstractors of groundwater in the world. Between the two of them, Asia and Pacific region, it's home to sort of 60% of world's population, but it also has 36% of world's water resources. So the per capita availability is the lowest, is to be the lowest in the world. And India, being the it's essentially the leader in groundwater abstraction, and we abstract more than China and US put together. So just to sort of give you a sense of how alarming it is, and what the role that India plays. So when we found out, that it's the gravity of the problem, so we understood that okay, one has to not just start demystifying the science of groundwater management, because groundwater is essentially invisible. So it's something that one has to sort of unravel and make the science also understood, and also working with the communities at the same time. How to work with as many number of people as soon as possible. So that's essentially what we do. And just to sort of give you a sense of how bad that's, just talking of some Indian specific context, there was actually a report by the Indian government that said that the country's water demand is projected to be twice the availability, which meant that by 2030 we'll be we'll sort of surpass our demand will surpass our water availability, which is going to be a huge sort of damage to our GDP. And of course, there is a saying, of course, an unfortunate one, that whenever arsenic and fluoride are found together, it has to be groundwater in India. So these are the things that are something that we are working on. One very important sort of aspect of that as an organization, RGM is focusing on how to sort of build community participation, and how also to constantly build and create a repository, which is why working on some of the digital tools and technologies around and building the knowledge around water problem and water management and science of water, how to simplify all of that. So that's something that we are focusing on as an organization, and as a result of that, sometime in 2007, India Water Portal, we sort of gave birth to India Water Portal, which it's a portal managed by RGM, and in it is now sort of a highly valuable resource with a lot of working papers, data, articles, and my team members here, work on those aspects they work with various sector experts, trying to sort of do an sort of a content aggregation of everything that is the knowledge that is being built around water in India, talk to water experts, learn about their work, and continue to build that knowledge on India Water Portal. So it started as an initiative, actually, which was launched in 2005, and was officially inaugurated by the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, actually, as part of its Knowledge Commission initiative. And since then we've sort of evolved. We started of course started with the English one, and then a year later we had an Hindi portal in 2008, and then another regional language, Kannada, in 2014. So every piece of content and resources open source, Creative Commons as well. So that's the sort of idea behind the portals, and some of the exciting features that are now increasingly becoming popular and also becoming part of our portal, and things that we are trying with my team members here, Swati, Aarti, are working on, are making it more interactive, making it more illustrative, with again with huge sort of engagement rates, podcast, for instance, videos, photographs, story with images, So those are the things that are, getting a lot of traction. Those are things that we are also trying new as well. So yeah, I mean, that has been our journey, and you can see how it has evolved over the years. And I will request Srichan to sort of now come in and talk about the journey, and also what do we expect from this project. Thank you.
Thanks, Abhishek. Why don't I take over? Let me share my screen so that I can continue.
Sure. I'll just stop sharing.
All right. Let me just give me a quick minute. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Abhishek, for it. Over the last decade, we've seen tremendous growth on the portals, both on English and Hindi. So what we've seen is increasingly a lot of people are accessing our site for vernacular content, so Hindi, Kannada, other languages as well, and a lot more users are coming from mobile. What it means is it's essentially changed how our audience engage with our site. So when we initially set off to launch India Water Portal, for the first decade, we've largely written long form articles. So, and desktop computers would allow people to kind of come and read and engage with our articles, contribute, respond to comments and all of it, right? But as this is changing, we'll have to look at how do we continue to engage, because our audience is also increasing. It's increased from 12K in 2008 to about close to 1 million. We're going to hit close to 1 million later this year. So that is a tremendous growth that we've seen, right? And even though we just have Hindi, Kannada, and English, between the sites, we've also hosted content in Gujarati, Marathi, and other ones. So we're seeing that this interest in local languages and a different way that people are seeing to engage, right? And for us, this comes because of the kind of problems that we have with how content is consumed. We have a lot of data sets. One of the things we've done with our data sets is we've created what we call as a data finder, where with our colleagues and volunteers, we've curated around 300 data sets and put it on the portal for anyone to take, synthesize, and use. Another thing that we've done as part of India Water Portal is we've built a kind of a dashboard. We call it the state of sanitation dashboard, and we've built this as part of a project on the rural sanitation scheme, its progress and performance. I'll share the link in the chat so you folks can look at it. Essentially, this will help anyone understand how good the rural sanitation scheme is, how it's performing, and kind of also hold institutions accountable by making it easier for anyone to read and understand from it. This I think we've done this probably 8 or 9 years ago. That's close to what I remember. And we've not really done anything in terms of making data accessible to it, right? So what is our data problem when it comes to our portals, right? Yeah, this is the data finder I talked about, the 300 data sets. Sorry, I skipped this. Most of our data in this data finder and data sets that the government releases is not easily accessible by our audience. They can't go look at it and figure out, okay, this is what the data set is. This is how it will affect my community and my state and my block, right? That's something that we really want to improve and solve. And most of this data is not necessarily available in formats that people can use. Not everyone will have MySQL or even a PDF extractor. Most data sets that the government gives it doesn't give it in CSV formats. It gives it in Excel formats, not even Excel, sorry, PDFs, which means you have to extract it. You need to do a bunch of things before it becomes accessible and usable by anyone who wants to infer from the data set, right? And most of our writing also is not really changed to what our current means of audience consuming our content is. We're logged in long form writing, and I think our quickest way to kind of move away from that is to include infographics, include visualizations as a way for people to kind of glean the image, the picture of what the state of water sector in India is. So these are the kind of problems that we have with the data sets that we have, right? So who is this aiming for, right? The visualizations that we are hoping you create, these are the two target audience we're looking at, right? Our India portals have a lot of audience that are that come from academia, that students, people who have active interest in engaging with the government, think tanks, researchers, government bodies, non-profits, and policymakers, right? So yet all of the things that we're creating is in long form. So these are the ones that we want you to create visualizations for. It could be either for a layperson or for an expert in the sector to kind of make sense of the data sets that we have, right? What are the data sets that we're sharing with all of you? We're sharing the minor irrigation census. This has 6 censuses that have happened over the last 4 decades, starting from the 1986 one to the latest one, that's the 6th one in 2017. Along with that, we also have all the data sets on the data finder page of our portal, and meteorological data. This has rainfall data starting from 1901 to 2011, right? These are what we'd want you to look at, analyze, and come back to us with what are the ways that people can understand and make sense of. Just give me a second. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you can visualize from these data sets? You can visualize the per capita water availability in the last 30 years. You can look at how is water being used in each sector, from agriculture to irrigation. How is water being made available from each source? Is it coming from a river or a lake, or is it coming from groundwater? What is the level of contaminants per block and district? And also, what is the state of water exploitation in India? How many districts are critical in their availability of groundwater? How many of them are overexploited? How many of them are at risk, right? And you can also use this as a reference to see how India is faring against either China or USA or any other country when it comes to groundwater extraction. As Abhishek said, India leads the world in groundwater extraction. Other countries have piped water systems and other systems that allow for citizens to get access to water without drawing it themselves. But those are also things that you can look at, right? Yeah, I guess that's largely I wanted to talk about. For any questions, we're happy to take. And Abhishek and Srichand, both of us are on Slack, so you can also ask us questions there later.
Thank you, Shri, for that opening session from you and Abhishek. I think we are pretty much done with the introduction of the India Water Portal. So let's move on to the question and answer session. Start posting their questions in the chat so that we can, Shri and Abhishek would be able to take it up and answer them. But if you have any questions for Viz For Social Good, then we'll be able to help.
Ami had a question in the chat. Ami, you stay there? Do you want to ask your question? Ami? You had your
Hey,
hand.
I just wanted to ask something. Is there anybody like a point of contact or somebody who we can directly contact in case there is any question, like in case we are confused about some kind of aspect and we want to clarify, get more clarity on the maybe the data set or some kind of like just related to some field or something like that? Is there any point of contact there?
Yeah, so I've shared my email address here, and I'm on Slack. My name is Srichand. I'll be
Okay.
your point of contact for this project. If that's something, if considering the data sets in water are complex and large, if I might not be able to answer, I'll check with Swati, Aarti, and other folks at India Water Portal, and I'll come back to you with a response. So you can direct them to me.
Okay, wonderful. So this data set is just one data set, one complete data set, right? So it's like not clean, that's what I'm assuming. Generally, Viz for Social Goods, they also provide some kind of a clean data set where if we don't have time to like really manipulate the data, is there any other alternative that we can use there?
Yeah, so what we've shared are 6 data sets from each of the senses of the minor irrigation. Along with that, we also have a lot of data sets that are there on our site. Those are open for you to use as well. So some of the things that we've put here are your the initial seed that you can work with. These are not clean and these are not available for you to immediately visualize. But if you want to, you can use any other data set that is on our platform, or something that you can extract from or download from any Indian government data platform.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
But just a quick comment, the data that's on our website is clean. So if you go on our project website and then just put the link of the project website. So if you go to the data section, the Google Sheet has clean data. So yeah, actually you want to do a quick demo just on the website again, just to reinforce. And I also want to reinforce that Slack is the primary point of contact. So everyone is watching the question on Slack rather than just email. So it makes it easier for everyone. So if someone has a question on Slack, Shrilan or the team can just answer, and everybody would benefit from the answer on Slack. So Slack is the first point of contact for the project. If you don't have access to Slack, ping me your email and I can add you to the Slack right now. Thank you.
And I'm just reiterating, volunteers, they have to submit their visualizations through the Google form. So we have this form here. If you are planning to submit your visualizations, you just have to use this form to submit. Okay. And then I think yeah. So this is where you'll be finding your data. Fred, do you want me to open it and show them?
Yes, please. Yeah, you can go on this one. Just click on the Google Drive link.
So just have to click on the download data, and that will take you to the drive, and you have the final data set from the Viz for Social Good with the India one. So this is the data definition, and here we have pulled in all the data, whatever they have requested for, in one Excel workbook. So you can see all the sheets here, and we have this basically it is the in the data, so shouldn't be an issue. Do you want to add anything else on top of this thread?
No, it's all good. I think we're just getting questions from volunteers.
I think I was seeing the comment from Abhishek as well. So this data dashboard should be mobile friendly and should be compatible for Hindi and English. Is that right, Abhishek?
Yeah, so let me add in a little more context there, right? So we'd like it if it's mobile friendly, because we're in the process of creating mobile sites for our portals. Right now, we just have responsive sites, and as we do mobile sites, it makes sense for us to create visualizations that can sit well in those sites. As for language, ideally what we'd like it is if you can give it to us in formats where we can translate it. If it's a PDF that you're creating, or if it's a dashboard that you're creating, give us edit access, or give it to us in ways where we can do the translation in Hindi, in other languages, so that your effort is going in just creating the visualization, and the translation thing is something that our team can take care of.
Thank you for that clarification. And also, as Fred said, you have to join the Slack channel if you have to interact with the charities. And also, we'll also be there for you for any kind of support. So this for Social Good team, any one of us, whoever is available based on the time zone, we'll be able to help you out and respond to you as soon as possible. And for the quicker interaction, in case if you need any clarification from the chat end, you can use Slack, and also you can use the email ID which Sri has.
Yeah, let me just share that email here just so that folks have access to it. Okay, so for the data sets, Anka asked a question about the census data. All of that is already synthesized and is in the Google spreadsheet. But if you're looking at any other data sets, let me also give you this one to find more data sets.
Could you share this information in the Slack also for the others who
Sure.
couldn't join? Thanks.
Sure, we'll do that.
Any other questions, team? So if you would like to join the Slack and you think like, you need help from Viz For Social Good to add you to the Slack, please ping your email IDs here, or you can even email info@vizforsocialgood.com to add you in the Slack channel.
Right, awesome. So in fact, when I was preparing for this, I was looking at what are the references that I can share with all of you, because I'm not really sure that water is a space that you have knowledge of, or in terms of what is the kind of ways people visualize it, right? So there was a Reuters piece from a few years ago that I quite like it in terms of how it visualizes the groundwater problem in India. I'll share that in the chat just so that you can get a sense of how other folks have visualized the groundwater problem in India. This is just for inspiration or for reference that you folks can look at.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to say I love the overall presentation, the way it was shown with the infographics, the minimum text. I wish I could learn that. It was very
Thanks.
lovely.
We just use Canva. Canva does most of our work for us.
Oh, good to know.
But yeah, that was a good presentation. Team, well done. I'm very impressed as well.
All I have to say is we're very excited. We started talking to Aishwarya and T last December, and we finally got this opportunity to be in front of all of you, and talk about India Water Portal, the problem of groundwater in India, and getting this opportunity to get visualizations from all of you. So quite excited for this.
I've been adding people to Slack. Can I just maybe reinforce a quick little message that you can use any tools. So a lot of people use Tableau or Power BI, but you can use PowerPoint. You can do a drawing if you want, and you can be any skills from beginners to experts. So it's not an expert type of group. If you're beginners, you want to learn a tool, just join and then we can give you a hand in a way. So if you start, ask your question on Slack and we can give you a hand. I even find you someone that can maybe mentor you. So all tools and all skills are welcome. That's important.
And I'll just add to what Fred's saying. All of our content is Creative Commons and open source. Our tech is open source and our content is Creative Commons. So we'll attribute it to you, and the visualizations you create can take multiple forms later as people use them and modify them and make meaning out of them. So this is something that has a potential to scale.
That's really nice. I think when we have a free hand and the creativity joins in, we'll be able to come up with a lot of impactful visualizations. I think let's wait for the results. And I mean, I'm sure volunteers are really excited to work on this project because I think we are seeing not many people joining for India Water Project. We have seen a lot of registrations coming up. So I'm really glad from India because this is the first time, first project from India. So as
that's great.
an Indian citizen, I'm very happy and I'm feeling so proud and happy to be here to host this event. Thank you so much, Fred, for giving me this opportunity.
And I have to say that's the first time that Ash is the MC or running the host. So well done. You're doing well.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Dennis, did you have a question? I can see your hand.
No.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Dennis.
I had spent a little time looking through the data finder, and some of the links weren't working. But I'm wondering, the ones that you selected in the Google Drive, those are the ones I guess you might prioritize. Would you be able to say that, or?
Yeah, so those are the ones you can start. So go on, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the ones we've given in the Google Sheet are the ones we've already cleaned and made it accessible for you to work on. The data finder has about 300 data sets, and when we've curated it, we've maintained it for a few years. Right now, if a government website changes their URLs, changes their hosting systems, we've not really gone back and ensured that our data finder 300 data sets are available. Some of them might not be. It's if you want, you can go to that, and if you're looking at a specific data set that's on a data finder and it's not available, drop me a message. I'll find the current one and I'll share.
Okay, no, that's fine. Thank you.
But yeah, start with the Google Sheet. It's probably a good starting point.
Yeah.
Any more questions? There's no dumb questions or stupid questions. We're happy to help. Tell us what you got in mind.
Hey, Frederick, it's Vinitha. So we did a project related to water, I think last year, with the Vera Vida.
Yeah.
Vera Aqua Vera Vida in Peru. So if anyone's interested in seeing some of the visuals there, it's related to water, but anyway, you can get a sense of that project and what the volunteers did.
And sometimes the best way to get some inspiration is to go on Tableau Public and search for Viz For Social Good as a hashtag, and then you'll find a lot of visuals that our volunteers have created, or look at the tracker. I'm just going to find a tracker. It's probably I'm going to post the tracker on the website because the tracker has all those links as well. But yeah, it's a good point, Anita. Tableau Public. Any more questions from anyone?
I have a question regarding the translation talk that we were doing. Like I'm precisely talking about Tableau. So I work with Tableau Public. So in that case, either we will be providing image or dashboard or even PDF. So in this case, what kind of translation access we could provide? Maybe for the people who know Tableau a lot.
Yeah, if it's something like that, if it's something within a software or within PDF, what we'd request is to share your email address, and if once we have the translated text, we'll ask if you can change the English text into the Hindi one, and then share the visualization in the other language as well, whichever works. I'm not really sure what tools people will use. So if it's an open format, it's easier for us to replace text. If it's a proprietary one or a closed one or a online platform, we'll have to find ways around it.
Yeah, but like you said, it's all in this, like in Viz For Social Good, we always share our contacts whenever like the client has to interact more. So I think that can be done, right, Frederick?
Oh.
For
Sorry, Connor, was it a question for me? What did you say? I didn't hear.
yeah. So I think Srichand said if going forward, if you want to do translate and if they need our contact to interact on the translations and other things, so we always share our contact for the whosoever is needed, right? So it can be done in this project also for the further communication.
Yeah, but I mean the primary content will be in English, but if your folks are also can do content in Hindi, since having the target audience is also from India, of course. But I mean, the primary one would be the local one is English for sure. But if you can do multiple languages, I think that'd be bonus for the team. But looks like the team can also do translations anyway. So focus on English first. But if you can do Hindi as well, that's bonus.
Thanks.
Also, sometimes people ask if people can do a project as a team or individual. It's up to you to decide. There's no rule. Some people like to do it as a team, and you submit one. Most of the users do individual submissions, but up to you to decide. If you're a beginner, you want to work as a team, feel free to do that as well. I'm looking for the tracker, but seems like Tableau Public is down or not working for me. So I don't know. Kevin, can you try to access Tableau Public? I'm not able to access Tableau Public tonight or this morning. It's not working. Any more questions from anyone? Yeah, Tableau Public is not working. We'll put the link on the Slack. So I mean, as a reminder, Slack is your friend. That's your primary point of contact. If you have questions, I'm going to post the recording back to Slack as well tomorrow. And then you can contact the team on Slack. You can contact the Viz For Social Good team if you have questions about the operation, but also the India Water Portal team on Slack if you have questions about the data. So don't be shy, just use Slack extensively. We're there all the time.
I think Tableau Public is going through some kind of a facelift or upgrade, a new look. So maybe that's why it's down or.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanita, you work for Tableau, do you? What have you done? Did you unplug something?
Yeah, exactly. I wish I had that much power to bring a system down. No.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not working. Any more questions from anyone? And from the India Water Portal, do you have any maybe closing comments or questions for volunteers? We've got a few minutes left, but maybe 5 minutes and then we can close.
Not really questions from my end, but if you need anything, please message me on Slack. We have Slack at work as well, so VFSG Slack is open for me most of the time, or even email. We're quite responsive on it. Yeah.
And cool.
And
And
I'll share some more resources that the open data community in India has gathered. So if those are things that you can work with, you can look at them as well.
nice. Closing comment from Ash. Abhishek, you want to close something or you good?
No, I'm good.
You're good?
Thank you.
Sounds good. Ash, you want to close the call?
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much, team, for being here and reached out to us for to bridge the data and I think I really wish India would come up with, I mean, the charities from India would come up with a lot of um, I hope what I'm trying to say, because the awareness is like pretty much low when compared to the other countries. So I'm working on that to reach out to people, to a lot of charities, and then asking them to make use of their data and how important it is to leverage the data and come up with the visualizations. And we are always there for for everyone, so whoever is in need of help. So always reach out to us in Slack, Viz For Social Good channel, and also to Shri and Abhishek whenever you are stuck with something. And all the very best volunteers. I hope you will be coming up with awesome creative visualizations that is going to really help the India Water Portal team. And let's catch up on October 8th. We'll be having the live event. The team would be coming up with the top 5 volunteers with the visualizations, basically not the volunteers, essentially it is the visualization that is really going to give some kind of impact in their decisions and stuff. So it is top 5 volunteers who are going to present their work, and any volunteers and anyone who is available, they can join us on the on October 8th for the live presentation. So the project would end on September 30th, and the team will be deciding on the visualizations, the winning visualizations as well. So any other questions on this part, particularly on this part? Otherwise, we can take a quick picture and then now we can wind up. Okay, I hope there is no question. So if you're all available for a quick picture, then I'll just quickly take a snapshot. All of us.
Please turn your camera on.
Please stay.
Don't try. Hey, Nicole, didn't see you were here. Good to see you.
I came very late, but I made it.
Ah, that's nice.
Artie, how are you?
Also with us.
Good, thanks, Fred. How are you doing?
Good, good, Artie.
So nice to see you all. Okay, cheese. And one more for 1 minute. Thank you so much, guys. See you all soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, guys.
All the very best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, thank you.
You did well, Ash. Hey, Kev.